Araxxor has arrived, and this will be a quick and dirty budget setup guide to help you through your first few kills. Now, Araxxor needs 92 Slayer and an Araxxite Slayer task. Difficulty-wise, I would say it's somewhat next to Cerberus, if not slightly easier. Now, you should look to bring a setup somewhat similar to the one shown on screen now. That's using an Abyssal Tentacle, Obsidian Legs, the best defender you can use. An Amulet Strength is perfectly fine. Barrow's Gloves, Dragon Boots. Bring a Ballista to one-shot the Mirrorback Spiders, and we'll get round to what those are later on. Bring whatever spec weapon you can afford. A D-Mace is what I've used here. Realistically, you can probably just camp a Whip, and you could finish the fight off quite easily there too. I have tried other setups as well, such as those using Vengeance to kill the Mirrorback Spiders with a high-damage Crush weapon. However, realistically, it's much easier to use a Ballista. If you want to find out how to get here, I suggest you look into the links in the description below, and you will see another video that I've done a few minutes before this video, and that will show you the best ways to get there and the times to get there. Okay, so to start with, we're going to head into the room. We're going to pre-pot our anti-venoms and pre-pot our stamina potions. We're then going to hit our Divine Bastion potions and Divine Super Combat potions, and then just begin to hit the boss and summon our Thrall. Now, nothing particular is going to happen at the start of the fight. Essentially, you want to look out into the top left corner of my screen now where the first spider will spawn from, and these spawn clockwise around the room. So as soon as this spawns, I'm going to hit my Ballista, I'm going to put Rigor on and one-shot that from a distance. Now, if this gets close to me, and I'm hitting it with melee, for example, this will then reflect that damage. It's probably the easiest method to use is to use a Ballista. I have tried other methods where you are using like an Elder Maul, for example, and then venging it the tick after you hit. However, this is much easier to do with a Ballista. We've dodged the initial poison spatter that comes out there, and that'll only continue to throw out that poison spatter every now and then. The next spider that will spawn is the one that will go clockwise around the room, so that is the exploding spider. All you need to do is let it come towards you, step away from it, and that will then also hit the boss. The closer it is to the boss, the more damage it deals, so you want to get it as close to the boss or under it if possible. And also, obviously, it will then also damage you if it explodes next to you. And the maximum hit that it can do is around an 80. So the next one is spawning here. You can see the next spider is spawning. It's a range one. We're going to switch to the Ballista, one-shot that, and then get back onto the boss. And as you can see, when they die, they release a lot of poison out into the room, so you just want to make sure you're not standing next to them. So we're just going to continue hitting the boss and getting it down until we hit the Enrage phase, which is just around 20 to 25%. And this is when the attack speed goes from a 5-tick cycle to a 4-tick cycle. So in this phase, what you're going to aim to do is just do one hit and either move to your left, your right, or just step back. I choose to just hit once and then step back, and then the boss moves towards you. Every time that the boss does an attack, it does 3 poison splatters in front of it, and then also does a cleave attack, so you need to make sure that you're standing away from the boss after that attack. After this kill, I'll show you a number of example kills afterwards, which demonstrate a lot of the abilities that you can see throughout the fight, including the poison missiles, which you just need to move to the side to dodge, and also the acid walk like you would see in the Chambers of Xeric Olm encounter. With this setup, if you're managing to dodge most of the damage throughout the fight, you'll end up probably getting around 3 to 4 kill trips. If you're a better player and this has been some time since the boss has been out, then obviously you'll probably can get maybe 5-10 kill trips further down the line, but you should comfortably be able to get those 3 kill trips with this setup. A few small tips and tricks to help you throughout the fight. In order to one-shot the spiders around the room, you need to be able to hit a minimum of a 58. As well as if you move more than one tile away from the boss during an attack cycle, much like you would get in the Duke fight, the boss will use a magic attack, so make sure that you are staying within melee range. Now that's all, guys. If you have any questions, post them in the comments and I will get back to them as soon as possible once I finish making up the next video. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Peace!
Wow.